Hey guys, and welcome to the Chaos Files. Okay, so I've never actually done a video like this before, so forgive me if it isn't as professional or as fancy with the edits as other YouTubers. I mean, I'm good at editing photos, but when it comes to video edits, I suck. But I feel like this is a video that actually needs to be made. I think as many people as possible should be trying to do their part in raising awareness of serious situations like these, no matter how big or small the channel is. And I want to start by saying this isn't a slandering video. This is all the information I gathered about the current situation that's going on with Shane Dawson, or Shane Yor is his real name, all his dramas and controversies, and I will post links in the description where you can watch other videos on the topic and also a couple of websites that I looked at. And you're free to make your own opinions and conclusions. I will be stating my opinions in this video, and if you do not agree, that's your prerogative. In my opinion, from doing my own research and by watching his videos and reading his social media posts, that Shane has shown some very disturbing predatory behaviour, and I'm shocked by it. As someone that I grew up watching his videos, and I'm actually ashamed to say that I didn't realise the magnitude of the problem and brushed it off as, oh, here's Shane trying to be funny by being offensive, and would move on to the next video. Anyway. Here I will be sharing some video clips I gathered of this bullet worrying behaviour, some clips from his apology video, and then we'll discuss them and I'll give my opinions. If you'd rather skip watching the clips, as some are quite worrying, then I will leave a timestamp here, but I have blurred the videos to hide the identities of the underage children, and I've also sped up the audio slightly to attempt to kind of shorten the video, well, the entire length of the video. So apologies if this video is kind of long, but you know. So here are the videos.
We want to know. We have a question.
What is it? Very important question. And you don't need to feel shy about it.
No, you really.
It's natural.
It's natural. Is there anybody around? No?
It's natural for a girl at your age.
Yeah. So we want to talk to you. We want to explain what sex is. We did get really quiet.
Oh, where's the other peep? We should probably explain.
We'll use peeps. Okay, well, one peep and then we'll use you.
Oh.
Okay, so I'll just pretend like that's, you know, I mean, that works.
Lucy, this happens.
See, oh.
And then you're so happy when you're an adult. I can't believe I'm endorsing this. Look what you've turned me into.
So Lucy, does that make sense?
Can you reenact it for us?
But Lucy, listen, you should be in love and you should preferably be married and hopefully not have any kids.
Okay.
And you should definitely be over the age of like 24, 25.
And he should put a ring on it.
And he should put a
ring on it.
dick ring on it. No, I'm kidding. No, you don't know what that is. You shouldn't know what that is. Okay. Now, are you on your period right now?
What?
I'm trying to get answers.
No, how old are you? I'm not going to give you anything. So close.
How old are you?
I'm 12.
This
feels very...
Right? What? Are you? No, you're not on your period? You bleed.
No.
Now listen, you have a boyfriend, right?
Yeah.
Now what did I tell you? When he says, "Can I put it in?" You say,
"No."
Good. High five, girlfriend. Now when he says, "What about just in your mouth?" You say,
"No."
No.
You say, "I bite."
Good job, Lucy. But next time, shake your titties more, and you take off the jacket and show more. Good job over there.
Hey, what's up, statistics? And I have a lot of child molesters watching. So can you please eat a cocktail weenie? Do it slow. Oh.
Oh, I like that chocolate, that weenie. Ooh, it tastes so good.
Do like an Asian, like. I love you too. Can you twerk for us? I know twerking is insane.
Oh, I love you too.
Oh, I love you too. Now shut up and twerk. Maybe she can't hear us.
Okay, okay.
Twerk for us.
Oh,
here we go. She's over in front of us.
Yeah,
yeah.
Girl.
Yeah, now tell her to show herself.
Stop it, Shaylee.
Love you.
Okay, number one, he thinks he's a kid, right? Like, you thought he was 5 years old. Like, that was his thing. I saw him on TV talking about it all the time. He feels like he's 5. So basically, he's 5 years old mentally, right? But sexually, he's 50. He still has a penis. And it still wants to play. So it's like, there's a weird, like, link missing where it's like, I'm 5 years old, but I'm horny. But I find other 5-year-olds sexually attractive because I'm 5 years old too. So let's have sex. So it kind of makes sense to me, even though it's horrible and I don't think molesting children is good. it kind of makes sense to me why he actually molests children, and that's kind of how I feel with it. Does anybody agree? This Twitter chat's kind of slow, but does anybody agree? I kind of feel like that's how it is. So, I don't know. It kind of makes sense, right? Like, that's how I look at it. It's like, you know when you were 5? When you were 5 years old and you had a crush on a 5-year-old girl or boy because you guys are both 5, but you look back on it now and you're like, how could I have liked a 5-year-old? It's like that. He likes 5-year-olds because he's 5 mentally. So I don't think he was an evil person. I don't think he's in hell. I don't know, but I don't think he's an evil person. But I definitely think he was mentally, there's a problem. And I'm glad he's gone now before he got too crazy. At least now he left when he was still on top, I guess.
Some guy killed a baby because he was like, he like raped her and fucked like a 4-month-old baby, and the baby died. Isn't that disgusting and amazing?
Where did you read that?
It was on the
Amazing.
news. It was like, meaning like, what the fuck? Like, who are you? Are you kidding?
That's
a fucking
insane.
Baby?
What does that even mean? So did it die because the dick went through its head?
I honestly did not research super hard because I was like, this makes me really uncomfortable.
To come to my house and visit me, I let you play with Barbies and then we'd bake cookies. And then you came over. I was the one that turned you gay. The one that turned you gay. The one. The one that turned you gay.
This pie is so good, Monkey Woman.
My name is not Monkey Woman.
I know that. It's a nickname, like Hottie, Monkey Woman. Little number, Big Monkey Woman.
Where do I start? Okay, so yeah, so the teeth are in the eyes, right? So
Who is this person? Do we know? You don't want to
I
say?
can't really say because she's actually mentally ill, and like this would really throw her off the edge.
Oh.
And
well,
like,
now you know who it is.
and
Whoever
like,
you are watching.
and you know,
this.
like woman abuse.
Whatever.
So, but what I would do, because her whole thing is she like always would tell people that I'm a bad person, that I'm racist, that I'm this, that I'm that.
Oh.
So what I would do is I would have, you know, a knife to her throat, and I would make her say the most fucked up, awful, racist, sexist, whatever shit, homophobic shit. Yeah, I would make her say that shit. And be like, if you don't say it, I'm going to slice your neck. And then she'd say it. And then I'd rip her tongue out and be like, that's the last thing you ever said.
That's good.
That's some dark ass shit.
Good shit, though.
That's some dark ass shit.
That's some
and be
good
like,
shit.
you just left this planet with some hate, bitch.
Yeah.
And then so I took her, you know, tongue out. She can't say anything.
Yeah.
Right? So then that's when I put my whole hand in her jaw, in her mouth.
From
and then I
backwards
just start
like that?
wiggling. And then I just start breaking. I don't want to rip it off because I don't want her to die yet.
Just like massive
I just want,
TMJ. Like,
you know, like that
bro,
noise.
I don't like that noise.
Cracky.
Yeah.
And then I just wiggle, and then that final crack. So now it's just swinging open.
Oh,
And
just gaping.
Just gaping.
Ready to be blasted in.
Ready to be busted. So then I would lay her down on the couch. A very uncomfortable IKEA. Something very uncomfortable.
Yeah,
hard
futon.
surface. Futon.
Not good.
Bed bugs. I would just make it
all day.
real gross. Then I was thinking about it, and I'm like, okay, I guess I would rip off every single fingernail.
Like with
Like
pliers.
one by one. No, with my fingers.
Ooh,
Like
you must have
rip,
some like
rip.
grip.
Like keep going. Use my teeth. Like it's a beer bottle. And then like after I've gotten all the fingernails off,
Oof.
I would start chewing on them. Because you know when your fingernail comes off after you like slam it in a door and you touch that skin, it's so tender.
Oh, I'm a nail biter girl.
Oh,
These are pressed
so
on this morning,
tender.
please.
Now imagine that tender finger with my fucking big teeth chomping on them.
Out.
Oh, Willow. Oh, I'll whip your hair back and forth. Oh.
Racist party!
Fuck you!
I saw these videos of these Asian bitches trying to do makeup and trying to show people how to do makeup. And you know what? I ain't racist. I ain't trying to be racist, but all I'm saying is bitches should stick to what they know. And what they need to be doing is making videos about how to give good blowjobs and give good nails. That was kind of racist, wasn't it? I didn't mean it to be. Oops. Whatever. I already said it. Can't take it back. Oops.
And the 6-year-old girl goes, oh, how many followers do you have? I have 125,000.
No.
Her dick was almost as big as mine.
Really?
And I said, okay, little big dick, why do you have so many followers? And she goes, oh, I'm a cheerleader. And I'm like, oh, really? And she shows me her Instagrams, which are like, first of all, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but like, she's like sexy. She's like sexy.
You're disgusting.
I know. Listen, we talked about pedophilia
No, this
before.
is Shane. Like, do not say this. Like, I don't even want to talk about it. Like, you will get arrested. Like, he kind of can.
Listen,
he has
allegedly.
this justification for pedophilia,
Okay.
and it's so disturbing. And like, I just pretend that he doesn't.
Okay, but no, let me explain. Let me explain.
Oh God.
Here's my justification for pedophilia.
I can't.
Here's my thing. People have foot fetishes. People have fetishes about, everything. Fine, everybody do your thing. So why is it when somebody looks at Google's like naked baby on Google and jerks off to it, they can get arrested? I don't understand that.
Because
here's the worst part of it. I actually went to Google and I'm like, I don't want to see.
You get arrested.
I know, but I just wanted to see like, okay, let me pretend like I'm a pedophile for a sec. So I typed in naked baby. First of all, they were sexy. Okay, back to the Instagram. So I look at this little girl's pictures, and she had makeup on. She had her tongue out. She was doing like the peace sign. She was doing a backflip.
Is she like Honey Boo Boo? Was she fat?
No, she was like a skinny little sexy 6-year-old.
So I'm going to start with all the racism that I put onto the internet as an adult, not a child. I was at least 20 when I started YouTube, and I made the decision to play stereotypes of black people or Asian people or Mexicans or pretty much every race. I made that decision. I said, oh, this is funny, and I put it on the internet. Now, years later, I look back at that, and I've talked about this before, but when I say I hate that person, I mean it in the most intense way possible. I hate that person so much. That person was filled with sadness, filled with anger about their own issues, in the closet, constantly projecting on others, just like, I don't know, just that person is someone who I don't like seeing. Blackface was something that I did a lot. Like, I did it a lot on my channel, and there's no excuse for it. There's literally no excuse. I made a video 6 years ago talking about it, and I gave excuses, and I knew it was wrong, and I knew I never wanted to do it again, but I didn't do the work. I didn't actually look into the history of it, and why it's so wrong, and why people were so upset, because my excuse, I was just being funny. I love black people. I'm not racist. I was trying to be funny. All of that is stupid and wrong, and I put that onto the internet as an adult, and that is insane. I should lose everything for that. I can tell you this. I don't have hate for any race or any people with weight issues or any of that, special needs. I don't have hate in my heart for anyone. But it doesn't make up for the fact that I made jokes about everyone. And some of the jokes were way too far. I'm sorry that I added to the normalization of blackface or the normalization of saying the N-word. That's another thing. I mean, and my justification at the time for that was, oh, it was, I was playing a character and it was in comedy and my black friend was there and, that makes it okay. No, it's not okay. And it's not a funny word, especially for a white person to say. Me as a white person wearing a wig and playing a character and doing stereotypes and then saying the N-word is something that I should have probably lost my career for at the time. And there's no amount of apologizing that can take it away. And I've watched so many videos on the history of blackface and how it was created to make fun of black people, to make them feel less than. And the fact that I, in some way, was a part of that, like the fact that the word blackface now will forever be attached to me, that's the level at which I have been lately. Just feeling very awful about myself, about what I did, about the jokes I've made, about the videos I've made. And her name is Jaclyn Glen. And probably 7 years ago, she's a YouTuber, and she tweeted me, and we got into fights back and forth, and my audience at the time was saying racist things to her, and it was so toxic, and I'm so sorry, and it's so gross, and there's no amount of apologizing for it. And I think I was taking everything as an attack, which is so stupid. Like, looking back, that is stupid. I was taking it as an attack. Like, I'm not racist, leave me alone, I'm not racist. And, it's like, okay, but look what you're making, Shane. Like, that, I don't know how I didn't see that. That is scary, and I'm sorry. Speaking of Francesca, there is something on Twitter right now that people are sharing, and I got a text about it today, and my heart completely broke, and it was from my podcast from 5 years ago. Now, in the clip, I am talking about, the segment was about murder fantasies. Like, oh, is there somebody that you really hate or you're mad at, and, have you ever fantasized about murdering them, and how would you do it? Stupid, gross, awful, something I would never talk about now. In the segment, I started talking about, figuratively murdering someone, and it was insane and gross. Now, she believes, and a lot of people believe, that I was talking about her. And I can say, if I had a Bible, I would put my hand on it. I can say, without a doubt, hand on a Bible, that was not about Francesca Lee. That was about another woman. Not that it makes it okay, because it doesn't. Talking about anybody like that is crazy, especially a woman, but it was about a white woman. And the ironic part is that woman was just trying to get through to me too. Like, she was just trying to explain to me why what I was making on the internet was hurting people. It was at a time when I was making a movie, and I was constantly on the defensive. I felt attacked all the time, which is stupid. I shouldn't have felt like that. And it got so bad that, I don't know, it almost made me want to make the jokes crazier, to make everything crazier, almost like as a, screw you, I'm just gonna make it crazier. And that's one reason it's hard for me to watch that movie. So there's a clip that has been going around again. A few years ago is when it came out. And they cut out all the parts where I said, pedophilia is disgusting. And they put it together, and it made it seem like I was, talking about how it's normal. So gross. I would never say that. But also, I shouldn't have been joking about it anyways, which is my problem, my fault. So I'm sorry if you heard that. There's also other ones too. I mean, and that's something I have addressed before, but my childhood, my past, I've had a lot of pain. I've had a lot of bad things happen to me. I've had a lot of issues with my family. And I took that pain and I turned it into jokes. And I think instead of joking about them so much, I probably should have just went to therapy earlier and talked about them. I swear on my life, I am not somebody who would ever talk about a child, like in seriousness. I would never talk about a child in any way that was inappropriate. That is disgusting. That is gross. It is not something I would ever do. It is something I did for shock value or because I thought it was funny or like, oh my God, I'm a child molester character or whatever. It's all gross. And I promise that is not real. That is not me. Have I done sketches where kids were saying crazy things? Yes. Do I regret it? Yes. Even I saw a vlog clip of me and my cousin who was, I don't know, probably 12 or 13 at the time. And we were, I was doing the birds and the bees talk. Dumb, gross shit. And I remember a few years ago, I reached out to her mom, my aunt, and I was like, I'm so sorry. Oh my God, I can't believe I did this. Like, this is insane. I can't believe I talked to, my cousin like that. And, she was like, oh my God, we know. It's okay. It was funny. Like, we all thought it was funny. Like, that's just how our family is. So I kind of took that as like, okay, well, then I don't need to apologize for it. But I do, because I posted it on the internet for everyone. I'm so sorry that I just was so thoughtless with things I was posting for so many years. I don't know. I wasn't thinking. I thought, oh, I'm in a weird category where I can say whatever I want. And I did. And now it's the biggest regret of my entire life.
Oh, I would molest kids on my street. And that's another thing that they say that kids who are sexually abused do. Like, I would like make kids on my street like take their pants off and I'd spank them or like do weird shit to them. And it didn't feel weird at the time, but looking back, I'm like, ew. I was like molesting kids. I was a kid too.
Were they your peers?
Yeah, I was probably 8 and they were 7 or something.
Right.
And I apologized to them. I found them on Facebook. I'm like,
you
sorry
did?
for molesting you.
Did they remember?
They're like, one of them did. One of them was like, yeah, that's why my family made me stop hanging out with you. And I'm like, oops.
You guys have nightmares? What are they about? Mine are always about somebody breaking into my house and taking my computer. But then it always scares me because I'm like, if somebody stole my computer, you know how much blackmail they would have on me? I mean, the fact that I haven't been on To Catch a Predator yet is like a miracle.
Okay, here I will be putting in screenshots of the rant that he posted, so if you want to pause it and read it, feel free to do so. There isn't much I can say that hasn't already been said, but him writing this long post slamming the beauty community when he's barely even a part of it is completely out of order. Waltzing in like you're king of the community just because you have a line with Jeffree Star doesn't mean you can come in swinging your dick around and insult the entire community by marking them all as, and I quote, all the fucking same. And called them attention-seeking, game-playing, egocentric, narcissistic, vengeful, ticking time bombs. Dude, you are a grown man in your 30s, and you stated that James Charles, a teenager, needs to be served a slice of humble pie as big as the Empire State Building. And what about you then, Shane? What size of pie should you be munching on? You basically excused Jeffree's behaviour by saying, he's Jeffree fucking Star, what do you expect? By the way, I could make an entire video about the chaos Jeffree's been a part of, or mostly created. If that's something you're interested in, then let me know. Anyway, this rant that he posted did not help his situation at all, and he should have had a piece of that pie before he sat down to type it and post it. Here is Shane's meltdown video that he streamed live in response to Tati saying Shane and Jeffree manipulated her to upload the video that she made about James Charles.
This is insane. This is insane. This woman is a fucking, oh my God. I'm gonna wait till as many people get in here as possible because I'm losing my mind. Keep playing it. Keep playing it.
I didn't know I was making a video. So how is it that so many editorial outlets knew that something was coming before I...
Because you message drama channels! Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Video for days. The night before I did film, Jeffree sent me what he claimed was an audio file from an alleged victim and told me to listen to the pain in her voice. The audio was barely a small portion of the conversation. It wasn't enough for me to contact the authorities. It was enough to scare me.
Well, why would you make a video on the matter claiming these allegations?
Because she is a fucking... I can't. I don't want to say mean things about people. This is insane. This is insane. This person literally... Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, sorry. Keep pressing play. I need to get through this video so I can fucking... Oh my God.
As a victim of abuse myself...
Oh my God. You are so manipulative. You're fake crying. You are fake crying. You are fake crying. That is not real. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I was molested. I have been. Oh my God. That is not.
I made no mention of it in my video.
Oh my God.
The night before posting my video of my sister.
Oh my God.
I texted Shane sharing my concerns for James Charles, that he was out of the country on a high floor of a hotel, and I was afraid for.
Okay, so clearly Shane has had a mental breakdown, And I have to mention him rolling his eyes and almost saying shut up when Tati said that she'd been a victim of abuse. Shane, what are you doing? You're either implying she's lying or being overdramatic. And either way, it's not your place to downplay or belittle someone's feelings about how they have been treated. And the way that he ended that live stream was so sketchy. You can see that he started to read the comments that were being left, which were mostly laughing emojis or comments telling him to calm down and to stop streaming. And then he turned off the live stream like he thought, oh fuck, I shouldn't have come on. And his actions in this very short stream show a very unhinged and out of control Shane. But I'll leave it to you to decide how big of a part he played in the James Charles scandal. First of all, I want to say the video that he posted is called Taking Accountability, yet he barely addressed the most serious problem, which is his disturbing behaviour towards children. Not only online, but in real life too. But we'll address that shortly. As for his apology, he stated that he was inspired by Jenna Marbles to make this video, and in my opinion, I think Jenna did a great job. She showed clips of the things that she did wrong and addressed them, even though some clips that she showed were not even on blast. But with Shane's video, he's extremely vague about what he's apologising for, only really bringing up blackface in the majority of the video. Also, I want to add that I personally feel like an apology video should not be edited. I think it should be up in its raw form, but Shane clearly has taken things out of his video and edited it. And while, yes, it could simply be because he felt he needed to shorten it or that he was rambling, but to me, I would rather see that and get the whole sense of his mindset and thought process while he was filming this. He talks about how that he would say the N-word and that he did blackface and that he played stereotypes with characters, but he doesn't talk about the other things that he said, you know, such as calling a black woman monkey woman, or having his friend put on a mask of what appears to be Barack Obama and beating them with a bat, then spitting on them and saying fuck you in what sounds like he was mocking an Asian accent. Or in another video where he says Asians should stick to making videos on what they know, such as giving good BJs and getting good nails. And then followed it by saying, that was kind of racist, wasn't it? I didn't mean it to be. Oops. Oops. Really? Really, Shane? All of these examples, and he went through the conscious decision to dress up in his costumes, put makeup on, turn on his camera, film, edit, and then upload it, and at no time during that long process did he think, maybe I shouldn't be doing this. And not just once, but on numerous occasions. All those opportunities to rethink his actions, and he still continued. And all these were the actions of a man in his 20s. All because he wanted to shock people. Well done, Shane, you did. And now karma is biting you in the ass. And I could get into an entire rant about how racism is not okay, but I think stating that is pretty obvious right now. To me, we're just the human race. I couldn't care less about what colour skin you have. It's your behaviour, your spirit and your actions that matter. And Shane really messed up. Whether he said it in jest or not, neither is acceptable, and he should be held responsible for this. When addressing the inappropriate clip from a podcast about CP, he said, I would never say that, but he said it. Within the space of a second, he contradicted himself. In the same sentence, he says he would never say it, but then says he did say it. So, Shane, it is something you'd say because you said it. That logic makes no sense. It's a just nonsensical sentence and it fixes nothing. It's almost like saying, I'm sorry, but... When it came to him talking about the extremely disturbing video of him and his ex-girlfriend Lisa, who also needs to be held accountable for this incident, they were talking to his 12 12-year-old cousin about sex, about asking more than once if she was bleeding when his cousin was clearly uncomfortable, where he mentioned she should be 24 before having sex, and Lisa says, and he puts a ring on it. Shane says a dick ring on it. Lisa put a peep under her skirt and made sexual noises. Then she says, then you're so happy because you're an adult. And that, in my opinion, saying that to a 12-year-old, probably wanting to feel like an adult, because let's face it, when we're 12, 13, 14, whatever, we don't like to be seen as kids or as childish. We think we're mature and we're grown up, but we aren't. So saying that sex makes you an adult normalises it to someone so young, but I guess you can form your own opinion on that. And then Lisa goes on to say, can you reenact it for us? What? Why would you say that to a child? To tell them to reenact a sexual act in front of two adults that are obviously making her feel uncomfortable? That is truly disgusting. It's not funny. It's not a joke. It's gross. And at the end of the video, he says, now what did I tell you when he says, can I put it in you? You say. So this clearly shows to me that he's already had these kinds of discussions with her off camera, as she knew how to answer that question. So if he felt comfortable enough to upload this onto YouTube for the whole world to see, I'm actually terrified to think what he may have told her in private and off camera. In his apology video, he describes it as he was doing the birds and the bees talk. First of all, Shane, you are not the one that should be having that talk with her. Second of all, the things you said are things that she does not need to know at that age, and shouldn't know at that age. Her parents should be the ones to have that talk with her, to tell her about periods and safe sex, at a time that they choose to, at a time they feel is appropriate. And if they did think that this was appropriate, that is very disturbing. Shane didn't address the biggest issue. He didn't discuss the inappropriate music video where he put penis cookies in a child's mouth, where he had the same child play with Barbies, reenacting them having sex, where full-grown men in their underwear are dancing around the child. He didn't mention his actions, where he pretends to pleasure himself over a poster of Willow Smith, who was 11 at the time. There was no mention of him laughing in a podcast about the baby that died while being abused. Nothing about all the times he tried to justify child abuse, or that he also did inappropriate things with children when he himself was a child. He does bring up the fact that he himself was abused as a child, so the fact that he would joke about such things makes me feel sick. Knowing what those children go through and how messed up it is and how horrendously it affects you, and still choosing to say those things, it's unforgivable. Again, in my opinion. And yes, you could argue that some people cope by making jokes about what hurt them, but when it comes to things like that, no. In no circumstance is that okay. Just no. It's beyond repulsive, and no matter how dark your sense of humour is, jokes like that should not be considered to be alright, ever. And all of these problems need to be addressed by Shane, not ignored. But back to the apology video. It seems to me that this could have been addressed in such an easy way. Show us the clips, tell us you fucked up, and that you're making a change. Enough with the excuses and the rationalisations. 2020 has clearly become a year where people are trying to make real change, and some people are going about it in the completely wrong way, Shane included. Don't tell us that back then you did it for the shock value. That doesn't make it okay. That doesn't even need to be said. I think Shane needs to do another video in the proper way, in the ways that so many other people have advised him to since that apology video, take real accountability, because in my opinion, you didn't do that. You neglected to spill out all of the issues and address each one. You glossed over the most disturbing things you've done by saying you were struggling with your own demons and coped by making these jokes. It's not taking accountability. Shane, you really need to try and fix this mess and not ignore it. You need to maybe take a leaf out of Jenna's book and completely step away from the internet, have some real time to reflect, real time to make change, and have some intense therapy. And then, if you feel so inclined, come back to the internet as a better man. And if people don't want you back, that is their right, and it is completely understandable. You said that all your other apologies were shit. Well, so's this one, dude. Anyway, that's my summary and my views. Let me know what you think. Is this irredeemable? Should Shane quit YouTube for good? Do you think he should make another video? Tell me your thoughts in the comments, and let me know if I did any good with this video, as it's something I'd like to do more of in the future, if it's something others want to see as well. So tell me who you think I should cover on the next Chaos Files. Jeffrey, Gabby, Trisha, Tanner. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you will like, comment and share, as well as subscribe. Peace out, Lunicorns.